I started when I was 7 years old, I believe. So it's been about like 17 years, or I don't know the math, but it's been quite some time.
As Tomsky takes a shot, and a great shot there from Tomsky. She finds her second goal of the day.
I
Yes.
started playing
One more for the
lacrosse in
Lions,
second
so.
grade, and my dad was the president of our town's lacrosse club, and you weren't allowed to start until third grade, but I got to start early because I had the hookup.
I started playing baseball when I was 5. I started back then, I guess it was T-ball. And yeah, I mean, I've played ever since. Baseball was my main sport all throughout my life. And yeah, I mean, I've always loved it. My brother played baseball. My dad played baseball. And yeah, it's just been always a part of my life.
Finds Franklin. Looking for a wraparound. Franklin shoots. He scores!
I've pretty much had a lacrosse stick in my hand since pretty much as long as I can remember. My dad played college lacrosse, so my house is filled with tons of lacrosse sticks, and I've always been playing in the backyard since I was little.
My name is Brock Higley. I play on the Emerson men's tennis team. I've played since freshman year. I'm a broadcast journalism major.
So my name is Jenna Tomsky. I'm a VMA major, and I play women's lacrosse.
I'm Lucas for August. I'm obviously a senior setter for the men's volleyball team, and I have been, I was, I guess, for 2.5 years. I major in journalism, minor in political science.
My name is Michaela Dix. I play softball. I'm a marketing communications major. I'm a senior, kind of. We'll see what happens with the graduation and everything, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Mackenzie Swaney. I'm a senior. I'll be graduating this December. I'll be in LA for the last semester, and I play women's tennis.
My name is Austin Franklin. I play lacrosse. I'm a senior at Emerson, sports communication major. I transferred in as a sophomore. I'm the captain, one of the 2 captains of the lacrosse team.
So, my name is Joe Palladino. I'm a senior business of creative enterprises major at Emerson, and I'm a shortstop on the team. Was a shortstop on the team.
My favorite part about playing lacrosse is probably the team aspect.
Being around the guys, I think it's tough to replicate.
I'm a very competitive person just in nature, so softball's always given me that kind of outlet, and also just a place to, no matter what's going on in life, to just mentally be there, and that time that I'm playing softball, to be there with my friends and the people around me, and to just immerse myself in that, and that's something that's always been really special. And
being with all these people who love to play sports, the team dynamic is so good. I've definitely made a lot of friends on the team, and we have a lot of things in common. So just having that and a sport that I love to play has definitely been a highlight of going to school at Emerson College.
Well, I had there was a Monday practice where the guys had off, but coach asked me to come to the girls' practice to hit with the girls. And so I agreed, and I went to practice, and coach sat me down, and I think this was before any of us really knew, but coach just wanted to give me a heads up, and he was like, hey, this might happen. And then our assistant coach, Andy, was like, it's probably going to happen.
It is weird because a week before the season ended, we had just gotten back from our spring break trip, and there wasn't a thought in my mind that the season would be coming to an end.
Oh my God. So horrible. I was in a marketing class with one of my teammates, and we had a guest speaker come in, and I got in the captain's group chat a message from coach, and she was like, I think we're going to hear some news today. I don't think it's going to be good. And I left class and like cried in the bathroom a little bit.
And my coaches were just they knew it was coming and they didn't really want to tell us. Probably around 4, our coaches texted us and said, hey guys, like we're going to have dinner at PF Chang's. And I was like, oh, I mean, I know where this is going. Like, it's over. Like, this sucks.
The day that it got canceled, we had practice, actually. And after Florida, we played a couple games. One of them was actually a walk-off. That was the last game we played. So that was fun, being able to end the season on a walk-off on a good note. But the day that it was canceled, we sort of weren't really accepting it as a team.
It was very it was kind of surreal because we didn't really get to hear it in a way that was like, we knew it was happening. Obviously the situation kept escalating with like professional sports being canceled. We were hearing things about other schools, other D3s losing their seasons.
The whole time I was just trying to keep spirits high and keep optimistic. I still kind of was like, okay, they haven't canceled our season yet. There's no way we'll get canceled. And just trying to keep everybody else's minds off of it by keeping spirits high, because we still had a game to play on Wednesday. And then we went and played the game on Wednesday, and we got on the bus. And I remember Pierce, who was sitting in front of me on the bus, turned back. He's like, the NBA season just got canceled.
We had a practice at Roch, and our coach just told us that he'd keep us updated and everything that was going on. We saw that, the NBA had suspended their season, the NHL, MLB canceled spring training and things like that. So we kind of expected it and saw it coming. But for me, when I got a call from Coach Bernanke, I knew the season was over. So it was tough hearing that. I was in the dining hall with a few other guys on the team.
We all met at PF Chang's and they surprised us. We had like a senior night, which was nice. They kind of like pulled it together really fast. And we ended up having our last practice that night. And that's when they told us that like our season was done. Like we weren't going to have any matches and this was going to be our last practice. So, let's just say it was a very sad, sad time.
And then I was in the skybox because I did not want to be alone when the news dropped. And I saw Erin Brennan walking down the hallway like 10 minutes after the news dropped. And I went out into the hallway and went to her. And I said, can I go cry in your office? So she let me go cry in her office.
It started getting more real. And I think the moment that NUMAC put out their notification, I was just like sitting on my couch, and like it was tough to be sitting on my couch like watching TV and to just check my phone and see that my senior season was canceled. So I was hoping that it would have been a different kind of, at least like a more personal thing, but I guess this is so unusual. No one knew it was going to happen.
I don't know. I mean, I felt like completely defeated, especially because this year was supposed to be like a massive fundamental change for us, where we had like our top 6 were really, really solid. Like we were set to make waves in the NUMAC this year when like we won our first NUMAC match last year. And then this year we were supposed to make the tournament, which hasn't happened since Emerson tennis has switched into the NUMAC. So I was looking forward to possibly making history with this team, and having that just like stripped away from me was really hard to deal with.
I didn't really like comprehend what that meant, that we were handing in our jerseys that night or the day after or whatever, because it really hadn't gotten that serious yet. And like I remember when the school canceled, I was I was still thinking like they didn't cancel athletics though, because it's not like that deep, like what I was trying to maintain some optimism. And I just like it didn't really hit me for a while that like my season and like therefore like my athletic career was over.
Two moments that were really tough for me was my freshman year of college. One of my teammates from high school and who I played club lacrosse with kind of passed away tragically. He experienced shallow water blackout while snorkeling and didn't survive because of it. It's actually the sweatshirt I'm wearing right now. It says "Be nice." That's one of the quotes that he would always used to say to us is, you can be a lot of things, but just try and be nice to people. And I think for me, that was tough because it's, someone that was really close to me, really good friend, teammate of mine, and great person that's just not here anymore. That's tough because you can't get that back. You can always hopefully look forward to another game or another practice, but when you lose somebody, that's it. And you think about that a lot. And then unfortunately I had to experience the same thing again this fall with Dan, losing a teammate who has such a positive outlook on life and brings so much to the team in terms of chemistry, just overall bring good spirit to the team. And then to not have that around, those are definitely two of my, lowest moments. And I think it's because, in sports you try and control the controllables, but those are, two moments that are just out of my control. And that's what's tough. I think every season's important. If you're an athlete, I mean, let's face it, you spend more time training for the season than you do actually playing. So I think to spend all that time in the weight room, all that time in practice, all the time going out, putting extra work in, shooting, whatever it might be, and then when the season rolls around, that's your opportunity to go out with, your brothers and try and win games, because that's what you're competing for, and try and improve from where you were last year. I do definitely think that, lacrosse, they call the medicine game. And I do think for, even though lacrosse is called the medicine game, I think that anybody who's played a sport knows the therapeutic aspect to it. Playing a sport can kind of take you away from everything that's going on and help as a healer. So I think that we're looking forward to being able to take something that was so difficult for us this fall with everything that happened with Dan and be able to use lacrosse as a healer. I think that it was good to be around everybody every day, playing, joking around, and getting everybody's spirits up. We got shooter shirts to wear before games to honor Dan, and moment of silence before games to honor Dan. And it's just tough.
After all of it happened, even during the season, I was mentally prepared for softball being over soon, and that I would have to move forward and start looking for my future. And that was, even though it's sad to do softball, it's optimistic for me, and it's a positive thing that I get to kind of turn the page in my own life. So I'm doing well. After all of it happened, the whole community was together, and it was great to see it happen like that, because I wouldn't have wanted that to happen any other way, considering the circumstances. So yeah, I'm good.
While I'm not gonna sit here and say I had the best time of my life at Emerson College men's volleyball practice, because that's not the case, but the whole everything that goes into it is what made me enjoy it. And having all of that ripped away that is it doesn't, just because it's ripped away in that that doesn't mean that's how you process it.
Now it is what it is. I mean, it sucks. It totally sucks, and I still talk to coach every now and then, and it's tough. But I mean, I'm okay.
It's been good to be at home, spend some time with my family, my brother, my sisters, and my parents, and my dog. And I'm taking online classes, so that's going well. Working on grad school applications to hopefully use my last year, hopefully at Emerson. And still training every day. Only got like 10 months until next lacrosse season, so got to get ready somehow, right?
Just knowing that your final season is canceled, it's just tough to accept. Just because I honestly still haven't fully accepted it. I'm still working out and acting like I'm still playing and stuff. But it's been a weird transition to online classes, but definitely doing pretty well. I'm staying active, as I said, still working out and stuff. I'm probably going to always do that. I hope to, at least.
So senior year really is supposed to be the culmination of everything you've ever done. So not being able to share that and show that really sucks. Honestly, I only cry when I talk about it. I only, that's really it. I try not to think about it and then I'm fine. But if I talk about it, then I cry. Because it really is I have played lacrosse my entire life. And I was ready to say goodbye and everything, but definitely not in the way that I expected. And the only two identities that I've ever had as a student and an athlete my entire life were just gone.
At the end of the day, your stats, getting upset over a mistake, something insignificant, but something that seems significant at the time, you're just not going to remember any of it. Even the biggest of bad moments get drowned out by the good ones. So it's no use wasting your time playing, and the time that you have that goes so fast by dwelling in the bad things. So just always know that there's a bigger point to it all, and that you just never get down. It's just not worth it.
The reason that this affected me so much and why I get upset talking about it is because this was gonna be my year, and I was gonna do all the records and break everything, and it was gonna be this big huge thing, and senior day and closure and all that, and I waited. And now I don't get to do that.
I feel like I just started playing college lacrosse the other day, and enjoy every single moment. Whether you wake up for a morning lift and you're tired and you've got too much homework and you don't feel like going, or you don't feel like giving it 100%, dig deep and do that, because you only have a finite amount of time where you get to play the game. So you really got to enjoy every single moment, and especially enjoy your teammates, because that's what makes playing sports fun, is not playing for yourself, but playing for the guy who's, putting on the jersey next to you.
Putting in all the effort that you can, and having fun is something I would say.
You're never really ready for when it ends. But beyond that, I would say learn as much as you can. Have the most fun that you can. And I think having, especially with athletics, having regrets, I think, is the stupidest thing you can do.
Never take anything for granted when it comes to something that you love playing and something that you love doing every single day. So just work as hard as you can, and hope that everything works out.
It was hard for you guys and hard for a lot of the seniors that didn't end up having a season, but when push comes to shove, I feel like the best thing that somebody can do to at least respect the legacy that this senior class has in all athletics, is just to play your best in whatever sport you're doing, you know, like just try to compete the best you can and hopefully have a better season than you were supposed to this year.
Go!